Hello everyone, welcome back to another devlog. In this episode, we'll be working more on the graphical aspects of the game. In this episode, we'll be working more with loot boxes and toolboxes and making sure they work properly. First part was just spent debugging since the player character didn't work as well. It turns out that there was a variable in the player script that I didn't define, so I fixed it by just reloading the player character, and that seems to work. After that, I worked on importing new models in the game, such as for the bats and for the loot boxes. After making everything prefabbed, I set the original objects to its corresponding models, and I let it work. Next up, I worked on getting the batting mechanic to work. So as of right now, when the crawlers attack the player slowly loses health and they die. I implemented a system where the health slowly regenerates when not in contact with the crawlers. Then I wrote some hit scan code where if the player clicks on an enemy with the bat, it would do damage to the enemy. I implemented a damage system so that metal bats do more damage than wooden bats, and more items would do more damage than other items, and these items will be harder to craft, adding balance into the game. I ran into a problem where it wasn't registering when the player had the bat equipped. It turns out all I'd done wrong was messed up the toolbar numbers. So items are stored in the inventory and are given an index number. The toolbar takes those index numbers and stores it inside the list. So when the player picks the first option in the toolbar, it references a inventory number. I was using the index of the toolbar number as opposed to the value of the toolbar number, which could be confusing, but I got it to work in the end eventually. In the next episode, we'll be dealing with spawning the loot boxes and spawning crawlers. You guys gave a bunch of wonderful comments giving me advice on how to go about spawning the crawlers. And while having a Perlin noise spawner where crawlers spawn more in a more densely populated area will be nice, I was thinking more on a dynamic system of spawning. This will tie in really well with the music system that I'm planning to introduce in the game. So back to the video. After I detected that the player is holding a bat or not, I ran into another error. The hit scan system isn't working for the crawlers. Now I thought this was a collider issue, so I went about fixing the collider, turning it into convex, using different systems of collision like box collision or mesh collision. None of these seems to work. However, I realized that the collision detector for the crawler and the model for the crawler are not in the same position. So after I set the root position a bit, messed around with it, I got it to work. So now when the player is holding a weapon and attacks the enemy will die within a couple of hits. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you leave a comment below to tell me about what you guys think. Leave a like and subscribe for more content.